Hey everybody, it's Joe here. You're going to see some content from me that is relevant to people who want to get some more free time and stop all the frustration of a shitty boss and a shitty job. And I'm going to be talking about that a lot more because I want to help creative guys in their 20s and 30s. I'm a creative guy in my 20s, almost in my 30s, and I've gone through a lot of trial and error about how to create more free time for myself and more free time to follow my passions. I have a lot of different creative passions. I like bookbinding, which is a really unique thing, and I like a lot of other things as well. And I like practicing them. I'm actually going to practice pottery with my friend. He is a potter as a profession. He does that as a business, and he's teaching me how to throw clay. And he's a really cool guy. I like him a lot, and I've had to figure out how to get out of the throes of a scheduled job, a scheduled shitty a scheduled shitty food service or retail job. And I have some stories that I'll tell you about how fucked up these jobs have been and how fucked up my bosses have been. But because I didn't know how, I had to stick with the jobs. But yeah, so in this past year, let me see. Before I started doing this thing that gave me a lot more free time, I would switch from food service job to food service job to retail job to food service job. I've worked for Target selling cell phones, and I've worked for Walmart selling electronics. I have a horrible story about Walmart. They treat you like shit. I've also worked for a local restaurant where the boss, and I'll probably tell this story at some point, the boss came in at 3 a.m. Like they trained me for like a day or two. I was swamped with the after bar crowd, couldn't keep up. The boss came in drunk as hell, yelled at me like less than a foot away from my ear as I was mopping and cleaning up the store because he didn't train me well enough and I messed up a couple orders. And I was the only one there. Like there were no managers. It was just me at 2:30, 3 a.m. And I messed up a couple orders, and he came in drunk yelling at me. And yeah, it was a really shitty time in my life when I didn't have the freedom to get some free time and to get out of these shitty jobs. I had to do a lot of jobs to pay the bills and stick with shitty ass bosses. I had one boss that wouldn't pay me. It was a bubble tea place. It was actually a friend of a friend's father owned this bubble tea place in New Jersey, and he wouldn't pay me. I had to threaten to tell the Department of Labor that he wasn't paying me when he promised for what he promised. He's like, yeah, like I don't have the money to pay you. And I'm like, dude, like I did the hours, fucking pay me. It was really bad. And it just pains me because I know a lot of creative guys in their 20s and 30s, they feel like, and understandably so, like I did too, they feel like food service and retail jobs are the way to go because they're easy to get and you can do those and then on the side do your creative thing. But what I found for myself is I'm like stuck with all this intense stress about my coworkers or my bosses. And especially when it comes to the easy to get retail jobs, you're not paid that much and they don't really care about you. You're easily replaceable. And that's just how it is. And I don't have that much free time or energy or mental space to go ahead and do creative shit. But I found that I was able to switch the way I make money into a different way. And I was able to build the way I make money, and now I make money in a way that keeps me free. I still have to put some time into it, but I'm free enough that I can choose when I work to a large extent, and then I can also spend some time on my craft. Like I'm scheduling some time with my friend to fucking learn how to throw clay. I'm so happy about that. I do photography, and this is my camera right here. It's a damn good camera. I'm really happy with it, and I saved up to buy this camera, and I saved up to buy this lens and this tripod my friend gave me. But I have three other tripods that I bought on my own, and some other equipment, some lighting equipment that I get to practice my photography myself. And I actually even use that to make a little money on the side too. And this is the gig economy. Gig economy specifically for me meaning Uber. And I've started Uber in 2016. In the middle of 2016, I have done between Uber and Lyft, I've done over 7,000 rides. I've given over 7,000 rides, about 500 of which were in New Jersey, which is very difficult to drive in, and the rest of which were here in Austin, Texas, and the surrounding areas. And I would call myself an expert. I'm here on my Uber page, sign in to drive and deliver. I'm going to go ahead and sign in and see how much I made in these past weeks. And that way I can give you actual numbers. I know 2 weeks ago last week I think I made $1,300 in 1 week, and it came out to like $36 an hour. Let me see. Weekly earnings. I'm not talking about this week, I'm talking about last week. Payment statements, maybe? Statements. Yeah, this isn't weekly earnings. How do I go to last week? This is confusing. Oh, here we go. All right. Come on, no? Maybe it's that way. Oh, here we go. All right, cool. So, yeah, last week, May 3rd to May 10th was 1,300. I'm going to take a screenshot of this and put it on the thing. $1,321.15, and I took Monday off, as you can see. This week I didn't. I've only did a little bit on Monday, so you'll see it's very low this week. But also the week before was $1,579.32, and before that it was $1,383. And then the week before I had some photography clients, April 12th to April 19th. So I actually made a lot more. I just decided not to do Uber as much. And same with March 29th to April 5th. I had a lot of photography clients that week, so I decided to do Uber less and take a break, which is the cool thing about having freedom, because if I make money some other way or I just decide to take a break, I can take a fucking break, and it's great. And you'll see, like, most weeks I barely do anything on certain days, or I take a few days off because I fucking can. Because I have the freedom to be like, nope, I'm not coming into work. Because it's my fucking car, it's my fucking job, I do what I want. Most of these weeks, like for instance, last week I made $200 doing other things, photography and stuff. And so on 26th to May 3rd, I went all into Uber. And even then, I think I only did like 35 hours. Let's see how many hours I did. I did, almost 37 hours. That comes out, I think I don't want to do the math right now, but I think it came out to about $40 an hour. Yeah, it's about $40 an hour. And, yeah, and so this is freaking awesome, and I love doing this, and the thing is, a lot of this came from experience. Again, I've done over 7,000 rides, and I've done a bunch of other deliveries, like probably at least 1,000 or 2,000 deliveries, but this is just talking about rides. Fucking fly. This is just talking about rides. I've done so many rides that I know the ins and outs of Uber. I know which rides to accept, how to get Uber Diamond status all the time, whether to do Uber and or Lyft, and that's pretty easy. Just do fucking Uber. Fucking fly. And I can talk about that as well. But here's the thing. I'm offering one-on-one coaching to creative guys in their 20s and 30s. If you're coachable, if you're ready to go all in to quitting a shitty-ass retail job and a shitty-ass food service job and driving Uber, even if you don't have a car, by the way, because there are ways to get you a car, to drive for Uber and to save up for your own car, because that's the ultimate goal, because you can make a lot more money, have a lot less expenses using your own car. But there's ways to rent cars to use for Uber, and Uber in ways that work with Uber, that Uber is okay with. If you just rent from Hertz, like, they're not going to be cool with it. But if you rent through the specific ways, then Uber will be cool with it. So even if you don't have a car, even if you don't have savings, even if you are close to being late on bills, like, I can help you. I want to help you, because I know for me how fucking stressful it was to go all into a retail job or a food service job. I mean, like, I'll just go all in, and even an Amazon delivery job I had at one point, go all in and just get all the money, and that just, like, I was fucking drained. I had zero energy for anything creative. And look at me, I'm creating a fucking video today. I did a business course today, which helped me figure out how exactly to help you guys more. I made some food. I cooked this morning. I'm going to go have pottery with my friend, and that's because I'm taking this whole day off because I was able to make my own schedule and plan my own day, my own weeks out, so I could take this day off for myself. And I'm still making money and paying off debts and paying my bills early. I'm about a month ahead on bills, guys. It's fucking amazing. I would love to help as many creative guys out as possible. As long as you're coachable, as long as you're ready to take action, as long as you're ready to put yourself out of your comfort zone, don't worry, I'll catch you. I'm offering a coaching program where I will help you do that. I will hold your hand, help you do that, get you on your way, and then teach you how to fish so that you can do it on your own and you can be a success story that I can tell other people and you can enjoy the fuck out of your life. So if you're down for that, then go ahead. I'm going to put my Calendly link. You'll schedule a call with me. We'll talk. I'm going to put that Calendly link in the description of this video. And how much would it be worth it for you to not have to deal with your fucking boss, your fucking the lack of sleep, the lack of being able to schedule things with friends? Like, you have to wait for your fucking schedule. Are you fucking serious? The lack of being able to know how much money you're getting, or like having to deal with your coworkers. Like, I need a shift covered because like this thing is coming up, or like I'm sick today. Like, what if I get fucking COVID? I have to like not go into work. Like, oh, I have to get that shift covered. Like, that's hard, man. I don't want you to have to deal with that. What would that be worth it for you to be able to just relax and be your own boss? And yes, have some responsibility to pay your bills, but you have a lot more freedom to do it how you want to do it. And you have some freedom to be like, you know what, I'm going to take an hour off and do some fucking amazing creative stuff, put some time into my creative work, or take a day off or 2 days off or even more off and just be like, let me put some time in my creative work. How much would that be worth it to you? Schedule things with your friends, etc. So go ahead and if you're coachable, if you're ready to change your life, go ahead and click that Calendly link below. And without further ado, let's get at it.